Have you ever woken up feeling sluggish, bloated, or just off, wondering if something's quietly going wrong inside you? What if I told you your kidneys, those unsung heroes filtering your blood every day, are screaming for help, and you might not even know it? Chronic kidney disease, or CKD, is sneaking up on millions, fueled by junk food, lazy habits, and skyrocketing diabetes and hypertension. Left unchecked, it can spiral into kidney failure, dialysis, or worse. But here's the game changer. Nature's got your back. In this video, I'm unveiling the top 4 fruits you must eat every morning to detox your kidneys, supercharge their function, and fight CKD fast. Stick with me until the end, because you'll not only meet these kidney-saving champs, but also snag easy, mouth-watering recipes to kickstart your day, plus real stories of people who turned their health around. Your kidneys are begging for this. Don't let them down. Before we dive in, if you're ready to take charge of your health, smash that like button. It fuels me to keep sharing these life-changing tips. New here? Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a beat. And here's a fun twist. As we go through each fruit, comment a number 1 through 4 to tell me which one you're most excited to try. Ready to save your kidneys? Let's roll. Why your kidneys need a morning boost. Kidneys are your body's MVPs, tiny bean-shaped powerhouses tucked below your ribs, working 24/7 to filter out toxins, balance fluids, and keep your blood pressure in check. They churn through 200 quarts of blood daily, tossing out waste via urine, juggling electrolytes like sodium and potassium, and even pumping out hormones to keep your bones strong and blood rich. But here's the scary part. They're under attack. Poor diets loaded with salt and sugar, couch potato lifestyles, and chronic conditions like diabetes and hypertension are hammering them. CKD, a slow, silent thief, damages them over years. And by the time you feel it, you're in deep. I've seen it hit close. My uncle ignored the signs until dialysis was his only option. Don't wait that long. These 4 fruits can detox your kidneys, flush out the junk, and fight back, starting every morning. Let's meet them. Let's kick things off with a fruit that's small but mighty. Blueberries. Picture them, those tiny, deep blue morsels, glistening like little jewels in your bowl, bursting with a sweet, tart pop that wakes up your taste buds. I used to think of them as just a fancy smoothie add-on or a pie filler, something my mom would toss into muffins on weekends. But then I dug into what they can really do, and holy cow, these guys are kidney royalty. They're not just a pretty face, they're loaded with vitamin C, fiber, and a superstar squad of antioxidants called anthocyanins, the stuff that gives them that rich, inky hue. These little powerhouses are like a cleanup crew for your kidneys, sweeping away toxins and giving chronic kidney disease, those CKD, a run for its money. I'm not exaggerating. Once I started eating them every morning, I felt a shift, and I'm betting you will too. So why are blueberries such a big deal for your kidneys? It's all about those anthocyanins. These antioxidants tackle free radicals, those rogue molecules bouncing around your body, causing inflammation and stress that can wear your kidneys down over time. A study in the Journal of Nutrition backs this up. They found anthocyanins cut oxidative stress, a sneaky driver of CKD that damages kidney cells like rust on metal. Plus, blueberries boost blood flow, keeping your kidneys humming along, filtering out the junk without breaking a sweat. And here's a bonus. They're low in sugar, so they won't spike your glucose. A massive win if diabetes is lurking, which, let's be real, is a kidney killer. The American Diabetes Association says stable blood sugar is key to protecting those bean-shaped buddies, and blueberries deliver. I got hooked on them a couple of years ago when my doctor flagged my borderline blood sugar during a checkup. "You're on the edge," she said, scribbling notes. "Fix your diet, or we're talking trouble." That scared me straight. I'd seen my uncle spiral into dialysis because he ignored those warnings. So I started tossing a handful of blueberries into my oatmeal every morning. Within weeks, I wasn't just imagining it, I felt sharper, less puffy around my eyes, like my body was finally kicking out the gunk. My next checkup, blood sugar down, energy up. It wasn't a miracle pill. It was those little blue heroes doing their job. They're not sort of science. They're magic in your mouth. How do you get them in your mornings? Easy. Toss them anywhere. Sprinkle them over yogurt for a creamy tart combo that feels like a treat. Or chuck them in your oatmeal with a dash of cinnamon. Warm, cozy, and kidney approved. But my go-to? A smoothie that's become my daily ritual. Here's the recipe. Blueberry Kidney Blast Smoothie. Grab 1 cup of fresh or frozen blueberries. Frozen's fine, just as potent. 1 ripe banana for natural sweetness and potassium. 1½ cup of spinach for an iron boost. 1 tablespoon of chia seeds for extra fiber. And 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk. Toss it all in a blender, whiz it until smooth, and sip it slow. It's like a purple powerhouse sliding down your throat, cleansing as it goes. I make it while my coffee brews, takes 5 minutes tops. Here's a personal twist. My friend Lisa, 58, started this after a scare. Her doc said her kidney function was slipping, and she was terrified of needles and machines. "I'm not ready for that life," she told me, voice shaky. I handed her the smoothie recipe, and she ran with it. Blueberries every day. 6 months later, her labs improved, and she's beaming. "I feel alive again," she said, hugging me. That's the power here, not just detox, but hope. Try it tomorrow. Grab some blueberries, blend them up, and feel the difference. Your kidneys will dance, I promise. If these little kings are calling your name, drop a number 1 in the comments. Tell me how you'll eat them. Let's make mornings a detox party. Next up, let's talk about watermelon, summer's juiciest gift, the fruit that screams refreshment with every bite. Imagine slicing into it, that crisp crack as the knife splits the rind, revealing bright red flesh dripping with the sweetness, cool and wet against your fingers. I used to see it as a picnic treat, something to munch on a hot day, juice running down my chin, not a care in the world. But then I learned it's a kidney's best friend, and now it's a morning must for me. This fruit's 90% water, basically a hydration bomb, and it's packed with goodies like lycopene, citrulline, and vitamins A and C. It's not just tasty, it's a detox warrior that can flush your kidneys clean and keep CKD at bay. Why is watermelon a hero? Hydration's the name of the game. Your kidneys need water to filter blood, sweep out toxins, and churn out urine. Without it, they're like a clogged drain, sluggish and stressed. Watermelon's high water content floods your system, keeping things flowing smooth. Then there's lycopene, that red-hued antioxidant. It fights inflammation and shields kidney tissues from damage, which is huge since CKD thrives on chronic swelling. A Journal of Food and Nutrition. Research study says it dilutes waste in your kidneys, cutting the risk of stones, those painful little rocks no one wants. And citrulline, it relaxes blood vessels, boosting circulation and easing kidney strain, especially if hypertension's in the mix, another CKD culprit. I started eating watermelon daily last summer after a brutal heat wave left me bloated and wiped out. My legs felt heavy, my skin puffy, like my body was holding on to everything it shouldn't. A friend swore by watermelon. "It's like a reset button," she said, so I gave it a shot. Sliced it up every morning, ate it cold from the fridge, and wow, within days, the bloating faded, my energy spiked, and I felt lighter than I had in months. It wasn't just the heat, it was my kidneys thanking me for the flush. My cousin had a bigger win. She dodged a kidney stone scare a year ago. "I was in agony," she told me, wincing at the memory. Doc said hydrate or suffer. She picked watermelon. No stones since. How do you sneak this into your mornings? Simple, eat it straight, juicy slices on a plate, or cube it up for a quick grab. But I love a twist. Watermelon mint cooler. take 2 cups of seedless watermelon cubes, 1 tablespoon of fresh lime juice for a zesty kick, 5 mint leaves for that cool breeze, and a handful of ice. Blend it up, pour it over more ice, and sip. It's like summer in a glass, hydrating and healing all at once. I make it when I'm rushing, blender to cup in 3 minutes, and I'm out the door feeling refreshed. Here's a real story. My coworker Mike, 50, started this after his doc warned him about early CKD signs. High creatinine, tired all the time. I thought I was done, he said. I told him about watermelon. He ate it daily, swapped soda for this cooler. 3 months later, his numbers dropped. Fatigue lifted. You're a genius, he laughed. It's not genius, it's nature. Try it tomorrow, slice some up, blend it if you're fancy, and watch your kidneys perk up. If watermelon's your pick, comment number 2. How will you enjoy it? Let's hydrate those kidneys together. Now let's shine a light on lemons, those bright, tart bursts of sunshine that wake up your senses. Picture squeezing one. The sharp citrus scent hits your nose, juice drips onto your cutting board, and that first taste makes your lips pucker. I used to think lemons were just for lemonade or a garnish, something to perk up a dull dish. But then I learned they're kidney MVPs, and they've earned a permanent spot in my mornings. Loaded with citric acid, vitamin C, and antioxidants, they're like a wrecking ball for kidney stones and a detox boost that keeps CKD in check. Once I started, I couldn't believe the difference. Why are lemons so clutch? It's that citric acid. It ramps up citrate in your urine, a natural stone blocker that binds calcium before it clumps into those agonizing crystals. The Journal of Urology says it loud and clear. Lemon juice slashes stone recurrence, a godsend if you've ever felt that pain. Vitamin C and antioxidants tackle inflammation too, protecting kidney cells from the wear that fuels CKD. I got into this after a friend's scare. She'd battled stones for years, then switched to lemon water. No more ER trips, she grinned. Me? I started after noticing puffiness, half a lemon and water daily, and my face slimmed down fast. I'll never forget my first lemon morning. It was a rough one, feeling bloated after a salty takeout binge. Try this, my mom said, handing me a warm glass of lemon water. I sipped, skeptical. The tang hit, then a calm spread through me. By lunch, I wasn't swollen anymore. My kidneys had kicked into gear. It's not just stones. Lemons hydrate, flush toxins, and keep your system humming. They're a triple threat: detox, prevention, power. My aunt swears by them too. Her CKD markers dipped after a year of this habit. How do you make lemons a morning thing? Squeeze half into water, warm or cold, your call, or zest them into oatmeal for a citrus punch. My fave? Lemon ginger zinger. Juice, 1 lemon, grate, 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger for a spicy twist, add 1 teaspoon of honey to soften the edge, and mix into 1 cup of warm water. Stir, sip, it's zingy, warming, and a kidney reset. I drink it while scrolling my phone, takes 2 minutes to make, lasts all morning in my system. A quick story, my buddy Sam, 45, faced CKD early, family history, bad diet. I was scared stiff, he said. I pushed this recipe, he drank it daily, added lemons to everything. 6 months later, his doc was shocked. Function up, stones nil. You're my hero, he texted. It's not me, it's lemons. Try it tomorrow, squeeze 1, feel the zing, and let your kidneys breathe. If lemons are your jam, comment number 3. Who's sipping this with me? Let's smash those stones together. Finally, apples. Crisp, humble, and a kidney's quiet champion. Imagine biting in. That satisfying crunch, the sweet tart juice, the way it fills your mouth with freshness. I used to grab them as a kid, munching while reading comics, never thinking they were more than a snack. But they're detox gold, and they've snuck into my mornings for good reason. Packed with pectin, a soluble fiber, plus vitamins and low potassium, They're a gentle giant against CKD. A nutrient study says pectin lowers cholesterol and toxins, easing kidney load. I swapped chips for apples a year ago. My gut thanked me, and my kidneys joined the party. Why apples? Pectin's the star. It binds junk like cholesterol and waste in your gut, so your kidneys don't have to work overtime filtering it out. That's huge. CKD thrives when your system's clogged. They're low in potassium too, safe if your kidneys are weak. High potassium can stress them, per the National Kidney Foundation. And their steady sugars keep glucose in line, dodging diabetes damage. I started after a bloated phase, too many fries, not enough fiber. An apple a day and my digestion smoothed out. Energy steadied, like my body hit reset. My dad's the real proof. He's 60, pre-diabetic, always puffy. I feel like a balloon, he'd groan. I handed him an apple. Eat this, not cookies. He grumbled but tried it. 3 months in, his waist shrank, fatigue faded. You're onto something, he admitted. Apples don't just detox, they stabilize. Recipe: apple cinnamon detox bowl. Slice waste 1 apple, top with 1/2 cup Greek yogurt, 1 teaspoon cinnamon, 1 tablespoon walnuts. Mix, eat. It's cozy, crunchy, and cleansing. I make it when I'm craving comfort. 5 minutes, pure goodness. Here's a tale. My coworker Tara, 52, faced early CKD, high blood pressure, tired eyes. I'm falling apart, she said. I suggested apples. She ate 1 daily, swapped junk for this bowl. 4 months later, her labs improved, energy returned. Simple works, she laughed. Try it. Grab an apple tomorrow, feel the crunch, and let it fight for you. If apples are your pick, comment number 4, how'll you eat them? Let's fiber up those kidneys. All right, let's hit pause on the fruit facts for a sec and talk about something real. People like you and me who've turned their kidney health around with these morning miracles. These aren't just theories or lab stats. They're stories from folks I know, people who've stared down the barrel of CKD and said, not today. Picture this. My neighbor Jen, 55, a tough cookie with a laugh that fills a room. A couple of years back, she started noticing things. Puffy ankles that made her shoes feel like vices, fatigue that pinned her to the couch after work, a nagging sense something was off. Her doctor didn't sugarcoat it. Early CKD, creatinine creeping up, dialysis on the horizon if she didn't act fast. I was terrified, she told me over tea one rainy afternoon, her voice low. I saw my life shrinking. Needles, machines, no freedom. She'd watched her dad go through it, tethered to a clinic 3 days a week, and swore she'd fight tooth and nail to avoid that fate. That's when I stepped in. I'd been digging into kidney health for this video, and I knew blueberries and lemons could be her lifeline. Try this, I said, scribbling down a plan. Blueberries in her oatmeal, lemon water, first thing. She rolled her eyes. Fruit's gonna save me? But she was desperate enough to give it a shot. Fast forward 6 months, and Jen's a different woman. She started every day with a handful of blueberries, those antioxidant kings, mixed into her oats, their deep blue staining her spoon like ink. Then a tall glass of lemon water, tart and bright, waking her up while smashing stone wrists. I thought it was nonsense at first, she admitted, grinning across her kitchen table, but I feel alive again. Her latest labs, creatinine down, puffiness gone, energy back. She's hiking with her dog now, not slumped on the sofa. You're a genius, she said, hugging me tight. It's not genius, it's nature doing what it does best, and Jen's proof it works. She's not just a number on a chart. She's living, breathing evidence that these fruits can turn the tide. I watched her go from scared to unstoppable, and it lit a fire in me to share this with you. Because if she can do it, so can you. Then there's my Dem, 60, stubborn as a mule and a poster child for I'll fix it later. He's pre-diabetic, always bloated, complaining his pants don't fit. I feel like a balloon, he'd groan. rubbing his belly after too many beers and burgers. I'd seen his labs, blood sugar teetering, kidneys straining, and I wasn't about to let him slide into my uncle's dialysis chair. "Dad, enough," I said one Sunday, shoving a plate of watermelon slices and an apple his way. "Eat this, not junk." He grumbled. He grumbled, but he tried it. Watermelon every morning, its juicy red flesh dripping down his chin, flushing out the gunk. An apple with heated coffee, crisp and sweet, fiber binding the mess he'd ignored. 3 months later, he's a convert, waistline down 2 inches, energy up, no more balloon vibes. "You saved me, kid," he joked over the phone, crunching an apple mid-sentence. I laughed, but inside I was beaming. These fruits didn't just tweak his health, they gave him years back. He's out mowing the lawn now, not napping through the day, and that's what this is about. Real wins, real lives. So here we are. You've met the top 4 fruits: blueberries with their antioxidant punch, watermelon washing toxins away, lemons smashing stones, and apples fighting the fiber fight. These aren't random picks, they're your morning squad, ready to detox your kidneys and combat CKD fast. Jen and my dad, they're not outliers, they're what happens when you take nature's gifts and run with them. Think about it. CKD's creeping up on millions, silent, slow, brutal, but you've got the tools now. Maybe it's blueberries calling your name, those tiny kings ready to zap inflammation, or watermelon's hydrating hug to flush the junk. Could be lemons, tart and fierce, keeping stones at bay, or apples, steady and simple, easing the load. Which one's your pick? I want to know. Drop it in the comments below. Tell me your fave and why. Maybe you're picturing that blueberry smoothie sliding down smooth, or watermelon cubes chilling in your fridge. Whatever it is, share it. Your story might spark someone else to start. Let's wrap this up with a promise. These fruits aren't just food, they're a comeback. They're your shot at dodging dialysis, feeling lighter, living longer. I've seen it work. Jen's hiking trails, Dad's mowing like a champ, and I want that for you. What's your takeaway? Maybe it's swapping soda for lemon water or chips for apples, something small that snowballs into big wins. Comment below with one thing you've learned today and how you'll bring it into your mornings. I read every single one and I can't wait to hear from you. If this video lit a fire under you, hit that like button. It keeps me going, bringing you more hacks like this. Haven't subscribed? Smash that red button and ring the bell. Tons more health gold coming your way. Share this with someone who needs a kidney boost. Your mom, your buddy, whoever. And let's spread the word. These fruits saved Jen, they saved Dad, and they can save you too. Start tomorrow. Pick one, eat it, feel it. Your kidneys are begging for this, so let's make it happen together. Thanks for sticking with me. See you in the next one.